Welcome to South Asia. This is J. Reddy, your facilitator at South Asia. At South Asia, I will bring vast amount of knowledge south of Karakoram Mountains and north of Kanyakumari, and I strongly request all the followers who are looking at my videos in other social media channels, and please go to YouTube South Asia Maps. You can type South Asia Maps plus J. Reddy, and you will see lot of playlists, and you can access the high quality the videos I have recorded about the various important topics in Indian history, culture and heritage. That is South Asia Maps J. Reddy at YouTube channel. Excuse me. Today the topic of discussion will be Madras Presidency and growth of Madras Presidency from 1640s to 1801. Madras Presidency was a very important administrative subunit of British India, that is British East India Company, and after 1857 Sepoy Mutiny and Rebellion, it is the British Crown or British Raj, among which like we have Madras Presidency, Bombay Presidency, and you have Bengal Presidency and other administrative subunits. And in this topic presentation, I will be exclusively dealing with Madras Presidency. I have made nearly 8 or 9 videos on the growth of Madras Presidency or expansion of Madras Presidency from a small trading post on the Coromandel coast or Cholamandal coast or Gangasagar coast into a mighty administrative subunit from 1640s to 1801. So there will be a series of presentations on different aspects and 7 or 8 ages. Always you please pay attention to this number, part 1 or part 2, part 3, something like that, so that you know this is a different presentation. Excuse me. This is overall bird's eye view how Madras Presidency grew from a small trading post on the Coromandel coast, Madras, in 1640, and round about 1801 it reached its maximum territorial growth. And we will be dealing with this vast expansion, important political military events, political history, military history, and that contributed to this growth. To make sure the audience will not be lost during the presentation, you should be having a broad idea of the various certain important geographical regions. After the British started conquering and annexing the territories, they consolidated districts in various parts of India and administered them through collectors. When the British left during 1940s, there were around about 350 districts. In Madras Presidency, there were 26 districts and 4 regions, 5 divisions. Couple of districts were administered like a commissionership under a division. You should be broadly aware of these things in order to understand the growth of Madras Presidency from 1640 to 1801. Here I have briefly added them so that you can have a bird's eye view. I will go over them. This presentation is a broader presentation, and subsequent sequels will be 7 or 8 sequels will be there. That means Madras Presidency was amalgamated, expanded in 7 stages, and I will deal with these 7 stages with beautiful district maps and colors for your articulation, understanding in our South Asia maps side. These are the 26 districts of Madras Presidency when it was fully expanded in 1801. It has 5 divisions. Agency division, predominantly northern parts like Visakhapatnam and Ganjam and those areas. The Eastern Ghat region, predominantly Adivasi people lived in that part. And next we have Sarkar division. Sarkar means a Persian word for a government. That is essentially a Guntur district, and north of Krishna river, here there is a Krishna river, here you see the Krishna river here, this is a Guntur, this is a Guntur town, this is a Guntur district. North of Guntur district is called Sarkar division, sometimes it is called Northern Sarkar division. Or even people used to call it Coastal division in Andhra Pradesh. Originally, it has names like Kondapalli, that is a town near Vijayawada, then Rajamandri on the banks of Godavari river, then Yeluru on the West Godavari, that is Kondapalli, Yeluru, Rajamandri and Srikakulam. So there are 4. Later they formed further districts, and after consolidation process in the Sarkar divisions we have a Krishna district, 2 Godavari districts, and Visakhapatnam district, Ganjam districts up to Chilka Lake. There is a Chilka Lake here in the Kalinga area. From Krishna river to Chilka Lake, that is Sarkars or Northern Sarkars, and also have agency in this part. The next is Deccan division, that is in the Deccan region, also called seeded districts, that is Ballari district, Kurnool district, Anantapur district, Kadapa district. Later one more district, Chittur districts, was added from Kadapa district areas and North Arcot district areas. That is a Deccan division. Then you have Coromandel region, Cholamandal region. So you have Madras here, you have a Chengalpattu district surrounding Madras. There is a lake called Pulicat Lake, north of which is a Nellore district, south of which is Chengalpattu district. This is Pulicat Lake, and Pulicat Lake to almost touching the Kanyakumari region. At that time it was in the princely state of Travancore, also called princely state of Venadu. That is a Coromandel region or Cholamandalam region. That is essentially Chengalpattu district, 2 Arcot districts, Tiruchirappalli district, Tanjavur district, Madurai district and Tirunelveli district. That is Coromandel region. That is the 4th division. The last division was the West Coast division. When Madras Presidency was fully constituted in round about 1801, after British East India Company acquired vast amount of territory from Nawab of Arcot at Vellore or Carnatic Nawab, it has, when expanded fully, it also had West Coast regions. That is North Kannada district, that is Karwar district or Bhatkal district and so on. That is south of Govar, Gomantak region, at that time a colony of Portuguese Catholic imperialism. South Kannada district, Mangaluru and Udupi, those areas. And Malabar district, that is Palakkad and Calicut, Kozhikode, Malappuram, Manjeri, Wayanadu, Kannur district. Those are West Coast division. So you have West Coast here, then you have Coromandel here, then you have Deccan, that is ceded districts here, then you have Sarkars here, and certain parts of Sarkars were called agency division. Agencies, Vishakhapatnam and Ganjam and Jaipur and Gajapati, Parlakimidi, Rayagada. Those were at certain parts in Madras Presidency, certain parts given to Orissa, and so on. So those are the 5 divisions in the Madras Presidency's growth. So here I have mentioned certain regions. Northern Sarkars consisting of Ganjam district, Vizag district, East Godavari, West Godavari district, and Krishna district, also called Kista at that time, Guntur Sarkar, Guntur district, and Nellore district. Even though originally Nellore district was a part of Arcot Nawabi, later it was integrated well into the Sarkar region. That is north of Pulicat Lake, Nellore district. Then you have ceded districts including Chittur district here. Then we have a Tanjavur kingdom that was annexed to the British East India Company. Then in the Arcot Nawabi, Arcot district, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai, Tirunelveli, and certain parts of south of Vaigai, that is Madurai district, Tirunelveli, which were loosely controlled with Arcot Nawab, Karnataka Nawab. There were polygarchs, local rulers who were predominant de facto rulers, so they are also called polygarchs. Their territory was annexed. Then from the Mysore region, Madras Presidency got Baramahal region. This is the Baramahal, that is Salem district today. That is the British Salem district. That is Krishnagiri here and Dharmapuri here. You have Hosur bordering Mysore state, then Harur bordering South Arcot region. You have Salem and Yarkud, Omalur and Mettur. They have Namakkal, Rasipuram and Attur and so on. That is the Baramahal district. Originally there is a Dindigul district. Later certain parts were amalgamated with Coimbatore district north and Madurai district south. Then we have Coimbatore region including the Nilgiri areas, the Coimbatore, Tirupur and and Gobichettipalayam, Erode, Bhavani and all those areas, Palladam and Kangayam and those areas. Then we have Malabar district here. Then we have Kanara, 2 Kanara, South Kanara and North Kanara, and Netravati river here and Kalindi river here. The Kanaras were separated by Kalindi river in the north, Netravati river in the south, from the Malabar region and from the Gomantak region. This is the Kanaras. In addition to that, there are princely states. Princely states also report certain, there are residencies and agencies. The British India has British administered directly states, that is the provinces, the presidencies, then it is agencies, then it is residencies, means the resident lived, like Hyderabad residency, Travancore residency, Gwalior residency, and there are smaller, the agencies and Thakurs and Jagirdars and so on. In Madras Presidency, there were not really many princely states, unlike Gujarat. Among the 500 plus princely states in India, nearly 300 resided in Gujarat, Kathiawar, those regions. And Madras Presidency doesn't have many. So here I pointed out Banganpalli princely state ruled by a Shia Nawab, Pathan Nawab, and Sandur princely state. Sandur princely state was ruled by a Maratha ruler that was within the Bellary district. Then Pudukottai princely state. Pudukottai princely state touched Tiruchirappalli district on one side, Tanjavur district on the other side, and Madurai district on other side. That is Pudukottai princely state. Then you have princely state of Coorg or Kodagu, that Virendra Rajpet, Chamara and all those areas. Then we have Cochin princely state and Travancore princely state or Venadu princely state. So I have mentioned here for completeness Travancore, Cochin, Coorg or Kodagu, Pudukottai and Sandur in Ballari district, Banganpalli princely states in Kurnool district. So in addition that, here in the map you can very clearly understand in this map, whenever you see Tanjavur, this small area is Karaikal, is an exclave of the Pondicherry or Puducherry, which was under the control of French East India Company. And in the South Arcot, south of Kadalur itself, Pondicherry, the Pondicherry territory of French resides. So the South Arcot, whenever you see, this is Pondicherry. Whenever you see Tanjavur, this is Karaikal. Of course, when you see Chengalpat district, this is urban Madras district, original British trading post as well as the British factory, which that is surrounded by the Chengalpat districts. And we will see all these in detail in our fascinating exploration of growth of Madras presidency from a small trading post, a factory on the coast of Coromandel or Ganga Sagar in round about 1630s or 40s, when Francis Day obtained this small jagir from the declining Arayavidu Empire, emperors of Vijayanagara Empire, Arayavidu dynasty. Local Nayaks gave this territory to the British for trading, establishing a trading post and their factories. Later, when the local ruler power decreased, they start putting more and more military cantonments and garrison. They start growing their military power. Then, during the Carnatic Wars between East India Company, British East India Company and French East India Company, they got upper hand over the local ruler, that is Carnatic Nawab, who was ruling from Vellore on the Pala river, now in the North Arcot region. And the contest, British were the successful, and they established complete control over the Nawab, Muhammad Ali Khan Wallaza at that time. And later Nizam gave them lot of territory, the ceded districts, Rayalaseema district, because he owed a lot of money for maintenance of the garrisoned army in Secunderabad due to subsidiary alliance. Then, because the British helped Muhammad Ali Khan Wallaza to subdue his rival Chanda Sahib in the Carnatic War, in round about 1763, he gave them the Chengalpattu district. That means Madras, which is surrounded by Chengalpattu, came under complete British control. During the same time, the British, in series of stages, various stages from Nizam, obtained the northern Sarkar, that is Ganjam, Vishakhapatnam, and Rajamandri, and Yeluru, and Kondapalli, that is Krishna, West Godavari, East Godavari, and Agency and those areas. And eventually they also got Guntur Sarkar, ruled by Nizam's brother Basalat Jung after he died. So this happened round about 1780s. Then the Mysore War broke out, and in two Mysore wars, British acquired vast amount of territory, Baramahals and Malabar Dindigal in 1792, that is in the third Mysore War. In the fourth Mysore War, that is Anglo-Mysore War, 7 years later in 1799, they obtained Coimbatore, Nilagiri, South Canara, North Canara. That means Kanara region, Coimbatore region. At the same time, Nizam also ceded around about 1800, there is a typo here, the entire region south of Tungabhadra river, Ballari district, parts of Kurnool district and Anantapur districts and Kadapa district and Chittoor districts. And within few months in 1801, British forced a Carnatic treaty on the successor of Umdat-ul-Umara, who was the son of Muhammad Ali Khan Wallaza, that is Azimud-Dawla, who gave them lot of territory from Nellore, North Arcot, South Arcot, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai and Tirunelveli. And a few months before, they also obtained from the Maratha Raja of Tanjavur territory. That's how from 1640s to 1801, the British enlarged their Madras presidency to such a large extent that Madras presidency, from the tip of Kanyakumari district to the Chilka lake touching the Kalinga in Ganjam and Rayagada, and Karwar touching the Goa, looked very vast, very diverse territory. That's what Madras presidency growth from 1640 to 1801. We will be exploring in fascinating history in the next 7 or 8 presentations, and I will welcome you to this. At the same time, please subscribe my channel South Asia in Maps, South Asia JReady, and you can look at the various fascinating playlists with 70 plus so I have included. And this is your facilitator at South Asia, and thank you very much for joining me in our exploration of Madras presidency. So